Well, hello everybody. It's Fernando Sustaira with my guest Chris Blair today.
How you guys doing?
Hey, awesome to have you here. If you guys are following me on and YouTube, please give a thumbs up and follow the channel. If not, you're on Facebook, give me some likes so that other people can see that we are live today. This awesome afternoon, we're gonna have Chris with us, and we're gonna be going over what's going on with Facebook ads. Right now what we need to do. We want to talk about some Shopify, some of product ideas. We're going to talk a lot about different things that we can go over, and and we're going to get to learn a little bit more about Chris. Chris hasn't been, a guest on my show for about 6 months now. So I know a bunch of you new to the group. You probably don't, have never seen him here. So I think it's a perfect time. Quarter 4 is here. Christmas sales season is what? A couple of days ago.
Just starting now.
Starting, really. So I mean,
and then it's going to ramp up all the way to about the mid-December. Depends on your supplier you work with, but with print-on-demand companies, you can sell all the way up to about the 18th or 20th. So if you use express shipping, so the next 6 weeks should be insane. If you guys don't know, every single year, United States retail, right? No, retail, sorry, right? Like, small-time retail, right? Shirts, hats, bags, jewelry, all that kind of stuff, whether it's online or offline, 50% of sales, 50, happen in the 6-week window. It's insanity, okay? So and plus, this year should be incredible because I don't know if you're aware, but because of the COVID-19 lockdowns, millions of people shopped online for the first time in their life. Millions, right? And many of them had a good experience. And so once they've done it once and it didn't, it was good. And that fear of shopping online went away. They're willing to shop again. So not only do we have the usual Christmas uptake, but on top of that, we have potential new buyers. So it's a really great environment for be selling right now.
It's been a unique year. It's for sure. Has been a unique year. It's going to be a unique quarter 4. And I think things are going to happen before they usually happen, in previous years, right? I mean, production is going to get saturated at some point for some print-on-demand suppliers that they're going to have to tell us early, we cannot guarantee Christmas delivery at the next day. I mean, so it's very wise to pick your suppliers, and always have a backup supplier in case one of your suppliers says, "Hey, we cannot continue delivering." You have the other one, as a backup.
Then the good news is a lot of suppliers out there who sell a lot of the similar stuff. So with most items, not all items, but most items, you can have multiple suppliers.
Yes, you definitely have to keep watching their blogs or their announcements, their emails saying, "Hey, when is the last day?" I don't think none of them has officially made an announcement on when they will stop, servicing. But it's something that you need to start paying attention, especially once you get into the Black Friday season. But right now it's picture season, guys. It's when people start buying all the products because they want to take those postcard pictures, with those Christmas products and stuff like that. And it's time to start sending those, Christmas cards and whatnot, So
absolutely,
it's time to start getting ready. I mean, you're not ready already. You're late. So hurry up.
That is actually not true. That is not true. Last year I had someone just start print on demand at the end of November. They got a little bit lucky. They got a winning product quite quickly, and they made a lot of money in December. So you're not too late, even if you're just starting off right now. But I encourage you to take action. To start taking action immediately. Don't hesitate. Start today.
And that's why he's my coach in these matters, right? I mean, there's no secret, right? You have coaching for a couple of years, and a lot of what I've learned in Shopify, I mean, it has been because of you. You are the one who helped me make the jump from royalty into this world that is Shopify, the world of Facebook ads and stuff like that. You're the one who helped me understand how to read the matrix so that I am not losing money. So it's something that it's very important right now. The nature of Facebook ads. A lot of people are afraid to run ads right now because they go to all these other websites and my account got shut down, and my account is terminated, and my pixel is dead. What is the real truth out there?
Okay. The reality is last week there was a strange bug in which accounts got shut down, including several of my students. But every single one of them, except for one, has gotten it back. One is still pending. Okay. So it was weird. They just started shutting down accounts. that was extreme, but it's nothing to worry about. You can 9 times out of 10 you can get your account back, so it's really nothing to flip out about. Or you can open a new account as well. So that's another possibility, right? So, I would not let that stop you or discourage you from getting started either.
Technically speaking, getting an account back is against the terms and conditions, right? So is there a workaround, or how does that work?
Yes, there is a workaround. I don't really want to talk about that on this live stream.
Because I don't want to say something that is not very weird. Like
there is ways to get access to other accounts. Let's just say that. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I mean, I had to ask that, but okay, so.
But anyway, look, and in 99.99% of the cases, you can get your account back anyway, so you don't have to worry about something like that.
Yes, I mean, I had got my account terminated a couple of times, and it has been because of a wording that's something that it was like misunderstood, or just the bots saying what the graphic was completely way too graphic, and I'm like, it's like it's a graphic, it's like nothing else to it. So I mean, it happens. Now I go my account once, I'm terminated completely, but that's a whole different story. But then I was able to, they allowed me to open a new one. They accepted that if they had closed it on mistake. Sadly, my Facebook pixel got shut down in the process, but they told me, yeah, go ahead and open a new one. And I was able to get, on track, and I was able to bounce back.
The idea that you need to, that it's such a bad thing to start with a new pixel is not true. As long as you have a product that's selling and popular, you can build up pixel data very quickly, and it doesn't need a bunch. 100 or so sales will make the pixel quite strong.
Yes, I mean it is one of the beauties of Order 4, right? You can get data pretty fast because people are buying, people are clicking, and people are going to your store. So the data is not as expensive to acquire in this season that it will be in another one, because there is no traffic. Now, another thing that people were complaining about quite often in a lot of my masterminds, in Circle, is the cost per 1,000 impressions was off the roof, right before the elections. How those count? How those come down lately?
Okay, so first of all, the cost per impression is all about the reaction of the Facebook user to your product. Okay, I mean, this is a misnomer that the election season or other times affects that. It's all about, okay, so Facebook, if your cost per impression is high, your product is not popular. Period. That's it. I mean, one of the biggest problems with Facebook advertising and POD sellers in general is we have this idea that our product must be a winning idea. It has to be. You get emotionally attached to it, and when you're not getting the data that's good, you ignore that. You keep putting more money into it. So one of the keys to advertising well is the learning how to read the data, and very quickly, literally within $5 in ad spend, you can just identify 80 to 90% of your products as sure losers. I shit you not, because you're not getting the data that shows that this has got a chance. After that, once you start getting some positive data, then you have to go a little more money to test to see if it's a winner or not. Okay, but 89% of your products you can kill with this $5 net spend. Okay, now next step is this, guys. Don't be attached to your products, right? A winning product will reveal itself. Let me repeat that. A winning product will reveal itself. And what do I mean by that? Well, if it's a T-shirt, right? T-shirts are kind of viral products. You'll get comments, you'll get shares, you're getting link clicks, you're getting add to carts, you're getting purchases, right? It will be obvious. It will be so bloody obvious you cannot miss it. And if that's not happening, this is not a winning product. And don't keep throwing money at it. It's like bad money after bad money after bad money.
Sometimes the data is also wrong, right? I mean, it was a time that I had this ad. I was getting link clicks, I was getting comments, I was getting likes, I was getting everything. It was like the perfect for. I sold that shirt zero. Okay. That link made me thousands. I don't know how, for some reason, they went to the store. They didn't like that product, but they ended up buying something else. So
that can happen. That can happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens. So one times is some products for some reason, right, will get a lot of comments and shares. People think it's interesting, but they're not motivated to buy. Or some product you'll get a lot of link clicks to your store, but they're not really motivated to buy that product, but they'll buy something else. So the point is, though, that at least you want to get a product that's driving people to your store. Once they're on your website, whether they buy that product or the product that you're advertising, or a different product, then it doesn't matter. But the point is, that's called a driver. I refer to them as drivers because what happens is one particular product is so good for some reason it gets people motivated to go to your website. And when you're on the website, a lot of times they'll buy that product, but also buy something else. About 10 to 20% of my orders are I advertise one product, but they end up buying other stuff too.
So how do we know? I mean, because yes, I mean, I have products before, that you get a lot of laughs, a lot of shares because they find it funny, but there's something they don't want to wear, they don't want to buy, they don't want to do, and
that happens a lot.
There, right?
Happens a lot. Happens to me.
So how
you can tell that one because you're getting a lot of comments and shares, but you're not getting a lot of link clicks over.
But I mean, even you get links. So how do you know this is we got to say it is gone? This is not a good idea.
If you spend $40 to $50 on a product, even if it's getting link clicks, comments and shares, and you don't have at least a couple sales, then no, it's gone. It's not. Just don't. I mean, don't force it. Don't force it on the market.
Definitely. Products right now. I mean, you were a big promoter of short sale, but it's always best to sell something else. What do you think this year is going to be the product?
Okay, a lot of it depends on your niche. So you need to do some research and understand your buyers, right? Learn who you're selling to, what makes them tick, what's interested in them. But I will give you 3 product types that always work every single Christmas, do really, really well. Number 1, personalized products. Products people can put their name on it, right? That is a very popular one. Number 2, coffee mugs. Even in my niche, the beer niche, right? People buy coffee mugs for gifts, right? Coffee is a really easy gift, and especially it's a funny, cool expression. People buy coffee mugs as a gift. It's cheap. It shows, if you buy one with an expression that resonates with the person they're buying the gift for, they like it. It shows that, hey, I understand who you are. Now, a lot of these coffee mugs, people use them once and throw up on the shelf and they've used them again, or they put it on their desk and they've used them again. But the point is, coffee mugs are also really popular. And then the ugly Christmas sweaters. Ugly Christmas sweaters, for some reason, are always popular every single year. I don't know why people love those things, but they do.
I mean, who sells? There are fake sweaters, right? They're more like
Customcat has a sweatshirt that you can make it designed to look like an ugly Christmas sweater, but it's not quite an ugly Christmas sweater in it per se.
It's a full sublimation sweater.
They use a sweatshirt and then they make the ugly image on the front.
Okay,
it's not all over print sweater, unfortunately, but all over print, unfortunately, is very difficult to do, so they don't do that.
Yes, I don't even attempt them. They are difficult to keep in proportion and difficult to calculate where they're going to be the sewing, and then they'll ruin it. So yeah, it's a big risk. Customization is still the name, right? So I mean, Customcat. Who else offers customization other than Customcat?
Customcat, T-Launch does too, and so does the Printful. But I don't really recommend Printful
does that. Printful customization?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they do. I think they do.
Yeah, T-Launch I forgot about it. They have that. They have the integration for, especially in the double packs and for the mommy and me kind of stuff and the his and hers kind of deal. Which makes it very interesting. But you can make one listing with 2 different products and be able to customize both. It makes it quite interesting. I don't know why no other print-on-demand supplier has done something that is like that. It's very attractive. But customization is definitely something that I must do. What about jewelry?
Jewelry is very popular too. I should have mentioned that. Yes, jewelry can be very popular for women. Shine On is quite a good supplier for jewelry.
Shine On is growing like crazy.
Yeah, they're growing like crazy. Yep. Growing like crazy.
The new facility is huge. I plan to go visit it next year. So once I can travel.
You can't travel right now. I want to go visit them too.
Yes, I want to visit that one. I'm very curious of what it's looking like. It's in Florida, so it could be a good trip. I could go and visit, and then I can go to Disney. It's like right across the street, pretty much. So it will be very, very, very cool. Um, so right now, what is one thing that people need to do? Well, I mean, like right now, they're in Shopify. They're getting ready for Q4. They have the store loaded. Now what?
Okay. You need to start researching product ideas. So go through your niche and research your competitors. Get to know them really, really well. Understand what they've been selling. Go to their fan pages. Look what posting and even content posts. Not necessarily product posts, but even content posts. Go and examine them and figure out what is resonating in your niche, and then start to daydream about products. Right? Start to come up with some product ideas you want to test. And it's all about products. It's a product-based business. A lot of people want to become experts at Facebook ads, but Facebook ad kung fu is there for scaling. Now, there's also a bit of kung fu you need to learn in the beginning about how to analyze the data, and that applies in the beginning because a lot of people overspend. It's one of the biggest mistakes, and when you work with me as a coaching student, I really push you really hard on making sure you can teach you how to read your data so you can make the right decisions. It saves you thousands of dollars in bad testing over the course of a month or two. Okay, so yeah, learn how to test ads and learn how to come up with product ideas, and read data. By the way, read data.
Yeah, the data is the most important. It's why we do Facebook ads, because they have the data. How do we test? How do we? I mean, do we go straight for the kill? Do we do straight to conversions?
With the exception of jewelry, which tend not to go viral, most products I like to start with a $5 PPE. Okay, and this is, I'm not going to give away one of the secrets. Now, I'm not going to talk in great detail about conversion ads because it's a lot more complicated. But this one I'm going to go ahead and give you away for free, guys. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put a large image post on Facebook. Okay, and you want to post that with a link, and then also go call to action button and just say something like, "Hey, do you like this? This is cool," and then link, and then call to action button, and then then what you do next is you put up a $5 engagement ad, okay? And with the $5 engagement ad, you're looking for two factors. Are you getting comments and are you getting shares? Period. Now, there's a lot of variance, guys, a lot of variance, right? There's some niches, for example, I tell my students, if you're not getting 8 shares per dollar spent, then it's not a potential winning product. 8 shares per dollar spent. So literally after $5, if this person's not getting 45 shares, then they're right. 8 times 40. Yeah, 40 shares. That's right. Then yeah, 40.
It's
a little sleepy right now. We're in the morning here. 40. So after I said that, I realized, wait a minute, something's not right. Yeah, 40. Yeah. 8, 16, 24, 32.
8 times 5 is 40, yes.
Yeah. A little bit sleepy. Sorry. After I said it came out, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Something's wrong here.
Yes.
All right. So if you're not getting those kind of shares, then something is wrong for that niche, right? For some particular niche, right? And you're not getting, say, 4 or 5 comments, and that's not good. Other niches, it could be 3 shares is good enough to show us it's a good sign, and maybe 1 comment per dollar spent, or not even 3 shares and 0 comments. So there's a little bit of cat and mouse in the beginning. Not cat and mouse is the wrong word. A little bit of getting to know your niche in the beginning. So what I suggest you do is you start running a bunch of $5 PP ads. And in the beginning, don't be so strict about understanding whether it's a winner or not, and go to conversion ads with them, okay? After you've run about 3 to 5 PP tests with different products, and then you run conversion ads on those products, you will have a sense of what is good data on your PP for your particular niche, okay? So let me give you an example of one that's really low engaged, that people buy a lot. It's a police niche. I used to run a lot of stuff in the police niche. If I would be lucky to get 2 to 3 shares for every dollar spent. But when I went to conversion ads, they would buy. So they don't do a lot of sharing and commenting in the police niche, but they buy. Okay. So, but some niches are crazy, like the beard niche. The beards. These people, they're really passionate about their beards, and they will share like crazy, right? This is the beard niche is a niche where you're expecting 6 or 7 shares per dollar spent or else it's not a winning product. Okay, so there's a lot of variance there, and You need to learn. You need to do a few tests before you learn that. But once you establish and understand that, then you can start to test products and just spend $5 per product and know whether this is a loser. You don't know if it's a winner. But once you understand, okay, I'm looking to get 4 or 5 shares for every dollar spent, or it may be 2 comments for every dollar. Sorry, for every $5 spent, for this to be a potential winner worth going to conversion ads, right? And once you understand that and you've established what's good for your niche, you can start to cut down and you can say, look, okay, I spent $5 on this product. I'm not getting the data that looks promising. Next product.
And that's a fact. When I was in the teaching niche, that used to happen to me. Teachers love to share. Teachers love to like. Teachers don't buy. So I mean, for $5, I would get so many shares, so many likes, but it was just because they love sharing. So unless there were comments, unless there were link clicks, even the shares and the likes and stuff like that were completely useless for me. They were just liking to share. So I mean, you got to get to learn your niche, and you got to get to learn, how they react to your product. There are some niches that are very quiet, especially it is something more personal or intimate, or something that they don't want to be. They don't want their friends to know what they're into, because everything they like or share gets seen. So there are some niches that are very quiet, but the behavior is going to be in the link clicks, and the it's going to be in the purchases and the conversions, right? So you gotta get an understanding of how your niche behaves. Now let me answer a question here from Michael. Michael is asking, if a sale is important to Shopify from Etsy, does your pixel get any useful data? The answer is no, because the fire didn't happen on Shopify. The fire happened on Etsy, and that's why in Etsy you should have also a pixel that is independent from your Shopify store. So when somebody makes a purchase, what the hell is that? So when somebody gets a purchase on Etsy, you get that data from the purchase, and then you can go on on your Facebook Business Manager and create an audience, lookalike audience from people that purchase for that specific niche on Etsy, and then you can take that data into your other pixel, and then you can add it into the mix, because they're the same niches, right? But you will not get any data from the Etsy purchase just because they goes through the importing of data, because that has nothing to do with Facebook. That's only something to do with an integration. That is just a tool. I hope that answers the question.
Let's talk about this. So what happens there basically is this, okay? For the case, when you run ads on Facebook, right? There's 2 types of purchases that will come through, right? Ones that will come from shares and comments and tags. So someone tags their friend, they buy it, right? What beer are you drinking there, Fernando? What beer are you drinking?
That's Monster.
Oh, Monster.
Which I shouldn't.
Sorry. Anyway, so, guys, I drink beer. It's the evening time. I drink beers on live streams all the time. This is one of the great things about being in that business. There's no boss over your shoulder. All right, so let's talk about this. Right, let's jump back. All right, so there's 2 types of things that happen with Facebook: 2 types of purchases, and 2 types of add the cards, and 2 types of link clicks. Okay, if someone tags their friend and the friend goes there, clicks the link, goes to your website, purchases, and adds the cart and purchases, that is not tracked on the pixel, and it doesn't build pixel data. Okay. The only thing that's built for the pixel data is Facebook serves an ad in the news feed or on the right-hand side or wherever you're placing it, right? Someone comes over, clicks the link from that ad, directly served from that ad, goes to the website, adds the cart, and purchases. That is what's tracked. Okay? Understand that is what's tracked, nothing else. And when that is tracked, that's how you build pixel data. So here's what I like to tell people on conversion ads, okay? Especially if your product's viral, okay? If you are looking at your cost per purchase, okay, let's just say your cost per purchase is, let's just say your gross revenue on that, your net revenue on that after your cost of goods, cost of shipping is $15, okay? If I have a product that I'm running traffic to, okay, and I'm making sales on it, right? And I know that of 100 people who visit my website, they'll probably buy something else too. So 100 buyers on my website. So 100 buyers on my website, I know that 10 to 20% of them will also buy something else. So that's extra sales. I also know that if I have 100 purchases, right, directly targeted on the pixel, because of the comments and shares that are coming in, there are random sales that are coming in that are not even tracked on the pixel. So my Facebook pixel may show 100, But I've got two things benefiting me. Number one, I have random sales coming in from the comments and shares on the post. Two, I have extra sales that are coming in because someone goes in and buys maybe a hat and then they add a t-shirt and stuff to the cart. 10 to 20% of the people will do that. Okay. Plus, now I've got them on my mailing list and I can email them. And I can make a lot of money from email. Hence, my goal on my ad set is to make at least $1 profit. To be honest, I make a lot more on many products. Right now, I've got a product going, a hat that I'm selling for I get $19.50 profit. I looked at my cost per purchase today. My price per purchase right now is $7.64 today. It's incredible. Okay, but I would be happy with $1 so let's take that hat for example. Let's say that hat I'm selling right now. Let's just say that I see that okay, I made 100 purchases today and it was $18.50 per purchase. I make $19.50. Right there's $100 profit I can see right now. I can see it clearly. But on top of that, I'm getting the extra sales that come in from the people who buy. That's 10 to 20 of those people will buy an extra item. Two, I know I'm getting comments and shares, so there's extra sales there, and I got on my mailing list, right? So, guys, I would be ecstatic running $1,000 sales a day, 1,000 sales a day, and making the small direct profit from the ad because of all the extra stuff that comes in off of that. Does that make sense?
I have been telling everybody the same, right? When you run ads, it's about getting that email because that email can generate your sales every single month, and it creates.
It's about the lifetime value of the customer.
It's the lifetime value of the customer. It's what it is, and everybody wants to make money from the ad itself. They want to say, "Oh, I'm not making $5. I'm making $3. I'm only making $1. I don't need $1. What is $1? Well, the dollar is irrelevant. The dollar helps right now with your business at this point a little bit, but it's that email that is going to be adding value, and not only adding value for future sales, also adding value to the asset of your business in case you want to sell it. You want to sell your Shopify store, it comes together with as many emails as you can provide with that store as well, and it also adds value to your asset, which is important.
And there's more to that, guys. There's more that people understand is that, see, okay, Facebook is like a faucet. Okay, so you open the faucet just a little bit to get a little water out, and the water. Let's say your product's the plate, okay, and you drop a little bit of water onto the plate, and most of the time with most products, the water will fall off the plate. That means it's a losing product. But then when the water starts to stay on the plate, then you know you got a winning product. And what you do is you turn on a little more water. See if that works. You turn on a little more water, and literally, you can go and you can run as much. Facebook will give you as much traffic as you're willing to pay for. So if you're bringing in sales, right, and even if it's $1 profit per sale, plus you get the extra item, the extra sales I was talking about, right? But I mean, directly $1 product you can see on the picture report. So your cost per acquisition was $18.50 in the case of my hat, and I know I'm making $19.50. If I'm making $1, that's awesome because now I can just turn on and I can literally sell thousands of units in one day. I have gone from 1 or 2 sales on the product in a day to 100 in a day, like literally overnight. Not overnight, 2 or 3 days, because I don't scale that quickly. I'll scale a little more, You can turn on as much traffic as you want. It's great. Which is why some people go from making a few $100s in sales a day. Last year I had a student, Ryan, who's a good friend and student, do $92,000 in sales in one day in December. 92,000. That was close to around 10. It was around $15,000 profit in one day.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, because he knows how to scale.
Scaling is everything. I mean, it's knowing when not to. It's knowing when your product is ready to start taking it to more ads.
The problem is most people are scaling products that are not winners. They're hoping and praying and trying to force it to be a winner. And again, a winning product. I say this time, a winning product will reveal itself. It'll be obvious. You won't have to guess.
Now, somebody's asking this question, and I guess, yeah, it's probably nice to take a step back a little bit. What is a $5 engagement ad?
Okay. There's many types of ads on Facebook. The three types that you most commonly use are, I'm not going to describe every single type of ad, but there's three types of ads. There is traffic ad, which is quite simple. You're trying to get traffic to your site, which sometimes I actually use. Okay. If I have a winning product and I always want to build up as many visitors on that so I can get retargeting going, there is get as much traffic to the link so I can get the retargeting audience big and then I can retarget them. Traffic ads don't convert really well for sales, but they get dirt cheap link clicks. And those people convert on retargeting, okay? But that's not the one I use the most. The two types I use the most are what's called engagement ad and conversion ads, okay? Conversion ads are ads where you're going for, you can optimize for go for add to cart or purchase or there's other things that you can optimize for, but you want to optimize for purchase or add to cart. You basically, what you're saying is, physically, I want you to go out and find people who are going to do this for me based on my targeting. Okay? They're going to take sales action, ideally purchase, right? Engagement ad is an ad where basically you're saying physically, I want you to go out in the audience and find people who are known engagers. People have a tendency to engage with ads on Facebook. These are people who are like to comment and share, and they're really active on Facebook. They're not necessarily buyers. So you're probably saying to yourself, well, Chris, why start off with an engagement ad when I want purchases? Well, here's the deal. With conversion ads, which I don't have time to go into in great deal on this call, take a lot more money to truly know if you're going to win or not. So you literally have to spend $20 to $40, $50 to know if you have a winner, okay? And I don't want to spend $20 to $40, $50 on every product, right? That's a lot. That'll add up to a lot. So I need a mechanism to weed out the sure losers. Because, guys, this is a game where most products you launch are going to be losers. But don't worry about that, because the one winning product you can sell. Guys, I have one product I've been selling since 2016. One product, one idea, since 2016. And I sell over and over and over and I have students been doing that, okay? So one winning product, you can ride it for a very, 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 very long time, all right? But it's hard to find that winning product. So you got to test a lot. So I know that most products I test are going to fail. I know that for a fact, okay? So I don't want to spend $20, $30, $40, $50 testing each product because it adds up. So I need a mechanism to weed out the losers. And in time, through all my experience running ads, it occurred to me one day, this is back in 2014, it occurred to me that, wait a minute, I was wasting a lot of money on conversion ads that I don't need to necessarily spend. Wait a minute, maybe, just maybe, I can try engagement ad first and see if I can weed out the losers first. And that's what I started doing. And it occurred to me quickly, I go, wait a minute, this is great. $5 engagement one day. If I'm not getting the shares, comments, then it's a loser. Because, guys, the people who are known engagers, who stay on the Facebook and engage on posts, they're the lowest hanging fruit. They're the easiest people to target and get some reaction from. If you can't get the engagers to engage with your ad, what odds do you think you are making any sales? Zero. The only exception to using the engagement ad rules, I've discovered over time from doing coaching and running jewelry myself, jewelry is different. For some reason, most jewelry items, people don't engage with it. I don't know why. This is not a viral product. For some
Yeah, and actually,
reason,
Safi from China told us the same. Do not waste money on engagement ads on China jewelry. It's a waste of money.
Who said that?
Go Safi. Safi from course, but when it comes to Shopify, and Shopify Facebook ads, I have to admit that I pay for coaching because it is impossible for me to keep up with all the trends that is going on Facebook. I have to stay motivated. I have to stay, with somebody that keeps me, on track, keeps me going. Reviews something for me, and that is the person is Chris Blair. I don't believe in anybody else. And even though I even have a Shopify course, but if you want to learn ads the right way that are making money, I believe this is the guy that you need to go with.
And you'll learn a lot more than just ads for me.
Oh yes, definitely. But guys, if you want to get a coach for that specific purpose, it is the guy that you want to go with. Last closing words, Chris.
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking forward to working with you guys. I love working with coaching students. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm very passionate about it. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a good night. Thank you, Chris.
Bye. Okay, I get in.